I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do.
I'm picking Valentine, 'cause on the morning line, the guy's got him bigger than 5.
Hello once again, and welcome to another edition of Handicappers Corner. I'm Mike Heads, and along with Drew Forrester, we're going to go through the Sunday, July 1st program at Hastings Racecourse. Well, Drew, we have 8 races. No stakes race today, but a nice $25,000 filly mare claimer that's a very competitive betting race.
Yeah, there's a bunch of very competitive races today. It's supposed to be nice on Sunday, too, so it should be a good day at the track. 8 races carded.
Then don't forget the Holiday Monday.
Good lead up to the Holiday Monday.
Mario Day. Mary will be back at Hastings on Monday, July the 2nd. So we do have looking for 9 races. We haven't drawn as yet as the taping, but
it's looking like he's probably going to ride 3 or 4. So there'll be lots of action to watch Mario on Monday. It'll be great to have him back.
Yeah. So come on out on the Holiday Monday to see Mary Gutierrez, of course, winner of the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. And I'll have another.
Don't be scared to come out Sunday either. Great card on Sunday and 8 races.
Let's
get right at it. It's first race is a maiden 20,000 for 2-year-olds. Kind of a wide open race, but I went with the 4 Major Dundee. His works aren't spectacular, but it's the connections. 36 and 2 is nice. His last one was 51 and 4. It scares me a little bit, but the connections are awfully tough in these 2-year-old races.
They've had a good start to the year.
They've had a pretty good start to the year with the 2-year-olds. 2-year-olds are always ready to go out of the Troy Taylor barn. Him and Fernando have teamed up to win quite a few of these this year. That lands me on the top pick, Major Dundee, the 4. The second spot, I have a horse that will probably end up as a chalk in this race, Take a Back Road. Just got beat a length and a half in this exact race, a maiden 20. He looks pretty good in here. He has the edge now that he's run once, which always really helps as far as the 2-year-olds go, so that makes him tough in here. And in third spot, I have a first-time starter out of the Nancy Betts barn, Dream Baby, owned by George Morgan, good friend of the show, good friend of the Derby here, one of our regulars. The 37 and 3 looks pretty good, going 3.5. It's not a big field, so I don't see a lot of traffic trouble in here, so he gets Amadeo Perez. I got the 3 and third spot, so it's 4, 2, and 3 for me.
Yeah, I agree with you in this one. The 4-horse Major Dundee has the connections. The works are fine. I mean, there's no sensational horse in here working lights out.
That's why it's a maiden 20 and not a maiden special.
Yeah, the finality out of an Or grade mare. A lot of the Or grades kind of Oregon, and it's kind of they're a lot of speed, and so there's a lot of pace in the pedigree. So Major Dundee's enough for me. I went to the 1-horse Electric Girl in for second, chased Foxy Rocket, and lost second late to Market Way, who came back to win, and I Want a Duster also came and nailed her. But just down here for 20, I think Electric Girl will maybe be the danger to Major Dundee. And I put the 2-horse Take a Back Road in for third, but I went 4, 1, and 2. Went to the Major Dundee to kick things off on the Sunday program. On to the second race, we do have some maidens in here, 5,000 claimers going a mile on the 16th. Got a 6-pack. I went to the 5-horse Follow My Orders out of the Bill Connick Jr. barn. A good runner-up effort, actually 2 good runner-up efforts so far since stretching out and going along. And this horse is going to be the chalk, but likely going to win the money. Alex Marty will take over in the irons. Good break in the weights on Follow My Orders. And that horse, all it needs is a bit better trip. Kind of was sitting good, then had to be found 6 wide turning for home, and that was just enough to cost him the win last time, and so all he'll need is a little less traffic troubles, and I think he gets the lion's share of the purse. I put the 6-horse Country Cash in for second. Chased the pace last time, wasn't a bad effort, ended up tiring late, but still a horse that's as good as anything else in here, and I put him in for second. And the 1-horse Sir Ronrico going to stretch out and go long. I think this colt by Mazel Trick will appreciate the extra distance, and was closing well to Finally Proud and Excess Dividend last time, and might take a shining to the mile on the 16th trip. But I do like Follow My Orders. Horse has been running good, and he looks like a key to me in here.
Yeah.
I went 5, 6, and 1.
Yeah, I'm right with you. That race, Artesian, he's back in on Saturday, so it'll be interesting to see how he runs. That'll give you an idea maybe how good Follow My Orders is. But as you said, didn't have the best trip. Was wide. Looks like a standout in here. I got him on top. Again, I agree with you. Country Cash, horse ran 4th in that same race. He's not scared of the distance. He runs fine at this kind of distance. So I have him in second. And Sir Ronrico, I agree with you again. I have him in third spot. This horse that just keeps improving, right? Was beaten 26, then beaten 10, then beaten 4.5. He's going the right way.
That's right.
So I have him in third spot. So it's, yeah, 5, 6, and 1 for me. I agree with you there. And on to the third spot, Maiden Fillies and Mares for Maiden 10. And again, I've gone to a horse that probably isn't going to be a big price in here. Spring into Fashion. 2 starts, 2 runner-up efforts. You got beat a length and 3/4. Just got beat ahead last time, and was still a little bit green, it seemed. You know, Turning for Home was kind of throwing her head up in the air a little bit. Fernando was having a little trouble with her, and just got caught late. But in this bunch, I think she's a bit of a standout. The second spot, I have a horse that ran a huge race at first out, Naughty Librarian.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to her.
Yeah, she got left. It kind of broke bad, blah, blah, blah. Was all over the track, made a half-mile move and just missed. And then has come back and kind of had a few subpar efforts since. But now drops into Maiden 10 to a much softer spot. There's not a whole lot in here. So I think she's tough. I've heard the second spot. And in the third spot, I have the 8-horse, Downhill Daisy, out of a very competent barn, Barb Heads. Enrique Gonzalez, Red Hot Rider, takes over. And first start wasn't terrible. Lots of room to improve, you know, off the first start. So the second start, I look for some improvement. I've heard in the third spot. So it's 1, 6, and 8 for me.
Yeah, I got the same 3, Drew. I like the 1, Spring into Fashion. Narrow Lose It at Plain Jane, who I think will be tough later on in the card as well. Plain Jane's in a tougher spot in a non-2. But this horse ran a good race. Big gap back to the third horse, Play for Peace. So this horse was they were kind of in a race of their own. And as long as the trip is good, I think Spring into Fashion will be awfully tough. The 6-horse Naughty Librarian, I'm not too sure what's gone amiss, but her last 2 starts have been subpar. I'm just going to give her another shot on the class drop, nothing more, and I'm still concerned with the way she's running. And the 8-horse Downhill Daisy, I thought a better than looked effort last time. Missed the start, rushed up, 3 wide, chased a slow pace, and they sprinted away on her. But she's come back to work well in 48, so I'm going to give her another chance. A lot of times horses will improve quite noticeably from start 1 to start 2, so give her another look. I went 1, 6, and 8 as well. On to the 4th race, we got some non-2 4-granders here, going 6.5. I went to the 4-horse. I'm the dude with attitude. I see a pile of speed in here. He's the only off-the-pace horse. I liked him going long last time. He made a premature move out wide, flattened out. I think he'll enjoy the shorten up to 6.5 furlongs, as well as going first-time Lasix. So I think there's some positives to follow. I'm the dude with attitude, and I think the price will be all right. So I put him in the winner's spot. I put the 8, JJ's Gypsy, in for second, and the 2-horse, none of that, in for third, who's dropping. Blinkers off, good works, and we'll see how he goes today. But I do like I'm the dude with attitude, and JJ's Gypsy's very live in here as well. I like the 4 and 8, and I put the 2 in for third.
I went a bit of a flyer here, a first-time starter this year, which I don't normally do. I went with Dog Rock, a horse that was running against much tougher horses last year. Minstrel's Time, Matchable, who won first out this year. So his numbers, everything kind of points to him in a soft $4,000 non-2. I think it fits him pretty good. Soft. Even though he hasn't run this year. The 49-3 on June 17th, that should be good enough to put him right in the mix here. You know, he's going to be in the mix. So I got him on top. And I got the 2 JJs below him. I got JJ's Gypsy, a horse that just missed at this level, the Silver Ruler, who's much the best that day. And a horse that was dropping down into this condition and looked like he was going to be the best he was. He ran second to him. And in third spot, I have Tax Horse, JJ's Traveler, who's had 3 run-up efforts and 3 tries at this exact race. So he's in the mix too. So it's 3, 8, and 6 for me. And on to the 5th, 3,000 non-winners of the year for Fillies and Mares. And I've gone to the 1, De Vilbis. She was in the 5,000 non-winners of the year. Drops into and ran into Perfect Hostess, Golden Ratio.
Too tough.
Yeah, it was a tough race for her, and she didn't disgrace herself running third. Was hooked in with Perfect Hostess, trying to keep up with Perfect Hostess, and just didn't have enough to keep up with her. Perfect Hostess was much the best in that race. But I think, you know, there's no Perfect Hostess in here. I think that puts her on top. The second spot I have Remarkably Free. Here's another one that has the back class, you know, knows how to win, knows how to find the winner's circle, but going exactly against what I did last race, the fact that it's the first race of the year, I kind of gave the edge to De Vilbis, who's ran, you know, racing fit. He's ran quite a few times this year. And in third spot, I went with another JJ. It's like JJ Day at Hasting Park. I'm all over the JJs. Rob Van Overshot's horse, JJ's Wander. Horse that had a little bit of trouble last time. Was one of the favorites last time. I don't know. I just don't think it's a really tough race. Switches to Fernando Perez, and I think she's good enough for third in here.
I've gone to the 5-horse Snowbird Pass in here.
Yeah.
I think this horse could be the pace in the race. Went 21-3, 45-2 last time. That was just a little far too. That's
too
crazy.
fast, yeah.
And of course she finished 6th, beating a bunch of lengths. But I think things will be a little easier for her on the head end. Pedro Alvarado, her winning pilot from last year, will jump back aboard. I think that's a plus. So I'm going to try this one. I put the 2 Remarkably Free in for second. I know it is their first race of the year, but the Gilkers get horses ready to run.
Yeah,
and this mare knows how to win races. She's a little win machine. She's only run 18 times as a 7-year-old, but she's won 6 of them. So what an honest mare she is. Just a little tiny thing, no leg underneath her, and those legs just scramble and win. But she's won a lot of races. So I put her in for second. I put the 1 to Belbis. I definitely agree with you that Perfect Hostess race is considerably tougher than the one that she's coming into today, so definitely have to give her a shot. But I went 5, 2, and 1. I just think Snowbird Pass might be able to make her way to the head end and maybe wire them. On to the 6th race. We got some maiden 10 granders, Colts and Geldings here, going 6.5 furlongs. I'm leaning to the 9-horse Quattro's Raider, claim for 10, goes on the Lasix program. They run a rate back for the 10. Got into some trouble the day that they lost her, and I think this horse is worth following. I put the 3-horse Strong Reality, who got caught up in a very fast pace duel and ended up beating only a length to Mr. Majestic and Major Level last time. So, and dropping from 20 in for 10. Give this horse a big chance. Pedro sticks with this horse for Rennie Lumsden. And I put the 1-horse Reckoning, who could take advantage of a hot pace duel in for third. This horse woke up at big odds last time behind Chapel Boy and next out winner, Mr. Majestic. So I think those are your 3 horses. I guess Bertoni, went a little crazy last time and may improve with better rating. I'm not sure, but I think Quattro's Raiders are your horse. This horse has run 2 solid races. Had some trouble last time. Goes on the Lasix program. That's enough for me to make him a winner. I went 9, 3, and 1.
I agree with you. I do like Quattro's Raider in here. Phil claimed it for 10, waits to get out of jail, runs it back for 10. The Lasix, it looks like maybe the horse did bleed last time. It kind of flattened out down the lane, so the Lasix shouldn't hurt. And just got beat the time before by Canucks Roar, who's come back and won again for 17-5. So, points for me to Quattro's Raider. I agree, the second spot, Strong Reality. That was a decent maiden 20 last time. Drops in for maiden 10. Pedro sticks with him like everything you said. In the third spot, though, I have Shingen Bolt, a horse that's been in that $20,000 level most of the year. Drops in for 10. Amadeo sticks with, and him and Patty are having a decent year together. So I have him in third spot. So it's 9, 3, and 8 for me. And on to the 7th. Wide open $25,000 claimer for fillies and mares.
Good race.
Good race. Great feature on Sunday's card. And I've gone with the 4, Cry, Cry, Cry. Another really honest mare. She always runs a race, always gives a good, solid effort. She's got the start in her already for 35, ran into Turlani and Terra del Fuego, 2 very tough mares here. Turlani, of course, come back to win the stake. She only got beat 3 lengths by them. She's now in for 25, so I'd say that gives her the class advantage here. I love the fact that she had an out too. So I've her on top. I have Dashing Daisy in for second, who drops for her lowest price in quite some time. She was a stakes horse here last year. Hasn't exactly found her way this year. But she, again, only got beat 4 lengths in one of those optional 35s. Not the one that Cry, Cry, Cry was in. She ran the next one. Again, just beat 4 lengths by Heidi Marie, who's probably a pretty nice mare around here, and Terra del Fuego, who's always very tough. So I have her in second spot. And in the third spot, I have Notice Her. Another one coming out of an optional 35 against Burning Britches, Turlani. Those same kind of stakes mares. She finds her way down to the $25,000 level, and she hasn't had the best trips this year. She's only ran the once here this year, and had some trouble kind of trapped out on the rail. So I kind of give her a pass on that. She's definitely fits the $25,000 level. So it's 4, 5, and 8 for me.
Yeah, I got exactly the same 3. I like Cry, 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 pretty much for the same reasons you do. Exiting a good race. She's a solid mare anyway. She's 6 for 16 or 6 for 14 here at Hastings, and just a nice mare that gives you honest efforts anytime she sprints. She doesn't need the lead. She can sit a little off it and still run a big race. That was her first race since Phoenix, and I thought it was a decent effort behind Turlani and Terra del Fuego. She's nicely drawn, favorably drawn drawn in gate 4, so give her top marks. I went to the 5, Dashing Daisy in for second, returning to a sprint. A filly that kind of needs a win badly. She won a pile of races last year, but she's been
on a roll last year.
Been on a bit of a losing streak, but she might find her way at this level, the 25,000. And Fernando Perez sticks with her, so she's got to be really live in here, as well as the 8-horse Notice Her, who needed to move off the inside. She had an inside draw last time. She got stuffed down on the rail, and she wasn't comfortable there. Ran a better than looked race to Burnin' Britches and Turlani. She moves outside, and I think it's going to be a big plus for her. Yeah. So I went 4, 5, and 8 in the 7th. On to the 8th and final. Got some $7,500 condition claimers. Fillies and Mares going 6.5. I've gone to the 10-horse in here, Maida Vale. I think she can take advantage of a race that doesn't have a pile of speed in it, so she can maybe make the front. She ran in an open 7,500 against My Bailout, Olive, and BC Cat last time, and I think this return to optional, like not optional, but condition claiming, she's going to be awfully tough. The 10-hole, you'll probably get a better price on her, but I think she'll clear from her outside gate. I don't know who's going to hold her off getting the rail the way she broke and the speed she showed last time. So I really like the 10-horse Maida Vale. But excuse me, I put the 1 Plain Jane in for second. The time wasn't great, 1:20, but I like the way she finished the race and was. She was going to win it. She was determined. She was determined, and I like her a lot.
That's another one to watch. Spring into Fashion earlier on in the card. If she goes on and wins by a few, then you know Plain Jane was for real. Yeah.
No. The track was dead that day, and the fractions were slow. She was kind of covered up, but I just like the way she exploded and won the money. She looked like she's ready for tougher company. And I put the 4-horse Valentine's Wish. I mean, that's the logical play in here. I mean, she continues to hit the board in these conditional races, and one of these days she's going to break through with a win. But she's never going to be any. Look at this bunch of stars beside her odds. She's been the favorite every time.
Yeah,
and it's like
a disappointing favorite. Yeah.
I like Maida Vale. I went 10, 1, and 4 to close out the Sunday program.
I agree with you. I like the 10, Maida Vale. For all the reasons you said, and I don't. The outside post doesn't scare me either because she's going to break out of there, and I think she'll be able to clear. And 107 pounds won't hurt her. I think she's got the start into her this year, so second start out she should be pretty tough. The second spot, I agree. You had Plain Jane. I put Valentine's Wish. You had her in third spot. I put Valentine's Wish in second spot. Another one that was in that funny kind of run race last in the McGuire's Bridge run that Tigress Lily is exiting too. So I kind of give her a little bit of pass on that. That was her drop-down race. She's back in for the same tag. I think she's tough there. And in the third spot, I took a bit of a flyer on Songs Royal Diamond, a horse that got beat by Tigress Lily and Dream in the Dark. Come back and dropped down a little bit, but ran into Holy Cougar, who was she's kind of a tough luck. Look at the horse she's been beat by: Scopa, Dream in the Dark, Holy Cougar.
Horses that are on a roll.
Yeah, tough horses. So I think it's a little easier spot for her. Fernando Perez takes over for Pacheco. Even though she's jumping up a little bit, that Holy Cougar race could have been a 7,500 non-2, non-3 race. And Holy Cougar probably would have been the best horse in there anyways. So I don't give her much of a ding for the drop in class and coming back to this class. I think it's pretty much a lateral move. Yeah. So I think she fits in here. So I have her in third spot. So it's 10, 4, and 8 for me.
Well, there's our analysis of the Sunday, July the 1st races here at Hastings. Next up on screen will be our selections, a recap of all of our picks. Here's mine coming up now. In the first race, I went to the 4-horse Major Dundee. I went 4, 1, and 2. Second race, I went to the 5, Follow My Orders. 5, 6, and 1. The third race went to the 1, Spring into Fashion, 1, 6, 8. Fourth race, bit of a price with the 4, I'm the Dude with Attitude, 4, 8, 2 for me. In the fifth race, I went to the 5, Snowbird Pass, hoping a wire-to-wire performance with Pedro Alvarado. I went 5, 2, and 1. In the sixth race, I went to the 9, Quattrill's Raider over the 3 and 1. In the seventh race, I went to the 4, The Very Honest Mare, Cry, Cry, Cry over the 5 and 8. And in the eighth and final, I went to the speedy number 10, Maida Vale. I went 10, 1, and 4.
Well, Mike, we thought we had a lot of the same picks on Saturday. It's even worse on Sunday. I agree. In the first race, I went with the 4, Major Dundee, over the 2 and 3. The second race, I went with the 5, Follow My Orders, over the 6 and 1. In the third race, I went with the 1, Spring into Fashion, over the 6 and 8. The fourth race, I finally disagree with Mike. I went with the 3, Dog Rock, over the 8 and 6. In the fifth race, I went with the 1, De Vilbis, over the 2 and 9. In the sixth race, I'm back with Mike here. Number 9, Quattrill's Raider, over the 3 and 8. The seventh race, number 4, Cry, 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 over the 5 and 8. And rounding out the nightcap, I went with the 10 Main Avail over the 4 and 8.
Well, there you have it, our Sunday, July the 1st selections. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here on Handicappers Corner. We wish you lots of luck in your investments on the Sunday program. On behalf of Drew Forster, I've been Mike Heads. It's been our pleasure giving you the 8-race, hopefully give you some winners on the 8-race program. We'll look forward to seeing you again here on Handicappers Corner. Don't forget to tune in to our Monday, July the 2nd, special Monday, Holiday Mondays, July 2nd edition of Handicappers Corner. And, of course, that is Mario Gutierrez Day at Hastings. So we'll see you then.
Noise, it says the great-grandfather was equipoised.
I chose Paul Revere. Now this is no bum steer. It's from a handicapper that's real sincere.
I'm picking Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy's got him figured at 5 to 9. So make it F and 10, he wins it by a half.